we're going live, and it goes live. But let me welcome everybody back to the first inning. We're a show that's PG-13, I guess, right? Or
Yes.
because we don't even curse on this show, so you can play this show around children and stuff like that. So this is the first inning. It's a great show. We're back, and we're gonna be talking about we're gonna talk about a lot of Major League Baseball news and what happened in Yankees over the weekend with the trades and what happened to Pete Alonso and the Mets. And we're going to talk about all that. So this is the first inning, and welcome back. And please like, share, subscribe. It means a lot. Also comment below. Even though that this video has stopped live streaming, the conversation continues when you comment below. So do that. So this is the first inning, and we got Roger, the big Yankee fan.
Hello.
Yes, man, we're back, and we're gonna keep it this way. Just to let you know, it's just gonna be me and Roger here because over the past few weeks, we just had, negativity, and it was actually bringing down the show. And people were like, "Yo, like this is crazy," and people didn't want to hear the repetition and being repetitive of saying, how the Yankees suck and this and that, and we know that the Yankees suck and this and that. But we're not going to be negative about it, and we're going to say it in a positive light, at least on this show. You know what I mean? And we also lost the trail of this show. That this trail of this show is about me and Roger, the big Yankee fan, and our adventures of going to the games. So this is what we do, and this is what we talk about in between, and what we're going to do. And this is a show for the followers. So we're not here to be Yes Network guys, or even though we would like to be, you know what I'm saying? But we're not Yes Network guys. We're here to talk baseball from a barbershop point of view, let's say. And we're here to open up the conversation and be the fan, you know what I'm saying? And not the reporter, if that makes any sense. But Roger, go ahead and take it away.
Okay. Well, pretty much as you all know, the lockout is over with, and it looked a little bit scary there because they were talking about the international draft, and that may have held some things up. But they decided to get a committee formed and work on that, and the teams are in camp. And the Yankees have been rather quiet, and the Yankees did make a fairly large trade. They traded Gary Sanchez and Gio Urshela to the Minnesota Twins for Josh Donaldson and Wortvet and Isaiah Kiner-Falefa. Isaiah Kiner-Falefa will be a stopgap shortstop because the Yankees are very high on Anthony Volpe and Oswald Peraza. And Cashman, the Oakland A's also wanted to have Oswald Peraza and Anthony Volpe traded to them, along with Dominguez, I believe, for Matt Olson. I really would have liked to have had Matt Olson at first base, but Cashman just would not go there with the prospects. And so Matt Olson was traded to the Atlanta Braves, and they gave up a number of high-level prospects. But as of right now, the Yankees have traded, and they have received Josh Donaldson. They have received Isaiah Kiner-Falefa, a stopgap shortstop, and Wortvet, who is a very built, chiseled catcher, and is a young catcher. And we will see what the Yankees do with their catching.
Yo, he's nice.
Higashioka, they make an upgrade from there, and we'll see where the Yankees go from here.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I was telling you yesterday, I was watching videos. You got to all the people who watch this show, and if you're a baseball fan like we are, you have to try out the film room. Okay, you go to MLB/.com film room or something like that, and what you do is you go there and you type in the guy's name, whatever player you want to check out, right? And you check out that guy, Ben Wortvet.
Wortvet, Worvdet.
Well, if you type in that in the film room, right, and it's all his everything that he ever did on the field of baseball, it's in there. And he has an arm, he runs, and he can hit. And he's perfect for that right field porch.
Right, he's a left-handed hitter.
Yeah, he's a left-handed hitter, and he's perfect for that right field porch, man. So, I mean, this guy, he hit 25 home runs or something like that in 130 games or something like that, right? So, he could easily hit maybe 30 home runs in Yankee Stadium.
Right, I don't know a lot about him. From some of the analysts have said he's not much of a hitter, and that he's more of a defensive catcher. But I don't know a lot about him.
Yeah, well, if you look him up in the videos, you can see what he's done, and he's done some pretty good things over there for what was it? Is it Texas Rangers? What team did he come from?
The Minnesota Twins.
The Twins, yeah.
And also, the Yankees are still in on Freddie Freeman. I haven't gotten the latest, but the Atlanta Braves are obviously moving on from Freddie Freeman because they made the trade with the Oakland A's for Matt Olson. I really wanted Matt Olson with the Yankees, but the prospect haul was just too high for Cashman. So the Yankees are still in on Freddie Freeman, but they are offering him a 4-year contract with a higher base salary than the Los Angeles Dodgers are offering. But the Dodgers are offering an extra year. And also, from what I understand, the Red Sox and the Toronto Blue Jays have moved in on the Freddie Freeman hunt.
Yes.
So,
yes, they have.
So let's hope that the Yankees could do something in the way of getting Freddie Freeman. And if they don't, then they will have to fall back on Anthony Rizzo, who they probably have on speed dial.
I hope so, man. Hopefully he don't slip away neither. Shout out to Virgo Smith on the check-in and Bryson on the check-in too, man. Thanks
Hello,
for
you guys. Good to have you.
Thanks for getting out, man. But yeah, it's gonna be a good show. You see, but I mean, it would be best to get Freeman. I mean, Freeman is a lot younger than Rizzo and all that. So, I mean,
actually, Freeman and Rizzo are about the same age.
Oh,
they're both 32 years old, but Rizzo has declined a bit more than Freeman.
Oh man, I thought Freeman was younger than him. I don't know why I thought that.
Yeah, Rizzo and Freeman are both 32 years old, but Freeman at this point is better than Rizzo.
Yeah. At this point, well, I mean, hopefully, he can continue to play at that level, though. You know what I mean?
Right.
Freeman, because most of the times, people's have these great years. They win the World Series and this and that, and then they don't play well the next year. You know?
Right, and they believe that the Dodgers are probably the front runners because Freddie Freeman has a home in L.A. County, from what I understand, and the Dodgers are offering an extra year. They're not offering the same yearly salary. The Yankees are offering a slightly larger yearly salary, but the Yankees are offering one less year in the contract.
But you know what now? As I think about it, right, Freeman and Rizzo, right? I'm gonna probably lean more towards Rizzo because he played in Chicago, right? It's freezing cold in Chicago, just like Yankee Stadium. It's freezing cold. So he's already used to playing in this cold weather that Yankee Stadium has to offer, which is brutal. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know how the hell they play in this weather, man. But, I mean, he will be the better candidate for Yankee Stadium, though. Why? Because Freeman's playing in Atlanta, warm weather all this time. He doesn't see cold weather like we do unless he plays, unless they play in the Mets, Pittsburgh, Philadelphia. You know what I mean?
Right. Yes, he's spent his entire career with the Atlanta Braves. And Freeman even just put a post up on Instagram showing him wearing an Atlanta Brave hat and holding up a T-shirt that said, "Thanks for the memories," with some of his statistics with the Braves. And that's on Instagram. So Freeman knows that he'll be going somewhere. I would imagine it will be soon because, camps are open. The Yankees have their first spring training game this Friday against the Pittsburgh Pirates on March 18th. And, they have to have a frenzy going of trades and a frenzy going free agent signings because all of this is going on at the same time because the lockout has delayed things.
Yeah, I think we might see a few pitchers get traded.
Right.
I think they're going to shuffle around the bullpen or they might get a starter at this point in time. Because, they have to get, like we just talked about, a first baseman. Unless, do you really want to go with Voit?
Right, that would make them two right-handed again. We have Isaiah Connor-Faletta, we have Josh Donaldson, and we would have Voit. They need to get some lefty bats in there. I know they have Joey Gallo, but they need a couple more.
Yeah, and getting one of those two guys would be ideal, man. Definitely. So...
The Yankees also signed Tim Locastro back, so this might be the end for Brett Gardner. They still have not brought Brett Gardner back, but they have signed Tim Locastro. And they also added some infield depth. They added a player that I don't really know named Phillip Evans to the minor league system for the infield.
So hopefully that goes through.
Right, so they added him. That's just a minor deal. But right now the watch is out on Freddie Freeman, and we will see where he goes. I believe the Dodgers are probably the favorites. But the scary thing is the Red Sox and the Blue Jays have entered the mix on the sweepstakes.
Oh, Virgo Smith says we need an outfielder. Do you believe we can go on with Aaron Hicks?
I didn't hear you.
Virgo Smith says we need an outfielder. And that's true. We do need an outfielder. I don't know. I don't believe Aaron Hicks is going to play well, man, next year if he does play. Have anybody seen Aaron Hicks? I wonder.
From what I understand, Aaron Hicks, he is what he is. He's not a superstar or anything, but the problem with him is he has not played a full season in years. He's injured every year.
Yeah, that's true. He hasn't played a full year, man, and he's only bound to get hurt again. And he said it himself in an interview. If he don't feel right or something like that, he'd rather sit down.
Right. And I never understood Cashman signing him to that 7-year, $70 million contract. I was saying that for Aaron Hicks. Aaron Hicks.
I thought it was $40 million, 4 years or something like that.
Yeah, they signed Aaron Hicks to a 7-year, $70 million contract.
Oh, damn!
And he's been injured for most of it.
That's true. He hasn't played, man. Just like Severino, man, which is crazy. Severino played 7 games. What was it? How many games?
It was 7 games in 4 years. They signed Severino to a 4-year, $40 million contract. And, he's been out with Tommy John. He's been out with a bunch of different things. And he just came back last year for the playoffs. And they're going to put him into the rotation. But I think the Yankees need some starting pitching help as well.
Yeah, because, Severino is not going to make it through the year with that type of synopsis.
Right, I hope he does, but he's been injured quite a bit.
Man, so maybe they might trade him.
I don't think they'll trade Severino. I think they're still pretty high on him. But I know that the Yankees need a I know the Yankees need a backup. Maybe if they can get Sean Manaea from the Oakland A's, or possibly extra catching help in the way of Murphy, who is a very good backstop for the A's. So the Yankees can still make some trades with the A's, but we'll see what the A's ask in the way of prospects. And Cashman, one of the things I put out on Instagram post today, that Cashman has been very reluctant to make a lot of trades recently, where we could have picked up some players that really could have helped the Yankees win the World Series recently.
True.
Cashman is really holding on to prospects all the time, and he's been burned because a lot of them don't pan out. Remember Greg Bird?
Yeah, I mean, he was a dud, man. Wow, man, he was a dud. I mean, he played good in like in the September before, and then he fought for the first baseman job, and then he hurt his ankle or something like that, and it was over after the first week, right?
Right. I mean, Bird was injured all the time. I mean, when he was on the field, he was very solid, very good. But I mean, 90% of the time he was hurt.
Yeah. I mean, a lot of the plays that he was making, it was luck and skill. You know what I mean? But yeah, at the time, he was a good fit for the Yankees. But yeah, he wasn't. He would have been a great player, man, if he never would have got hurt, man. He would have been. I think, probably a 30 run home run hitter. You know?
Yeah, he was too fragile.
Yeah, man, that's true, man. That was a good squad they had, the Yankees, at that time, man. It was a good squad, but they, injuries, man. You can never, like John Sterling says, man, you can't predict baseball, man. You could be low one day, and then the next day you up here high, and then World Series, boom. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's crazy how baseball is, man. You could be on the worst team in baseball and get traded to a World Series team, man.
Right. And of course, we know about the Mets. The Mets have been really busy this offseason, signing Canna and all kinds of players, Max Scherzer. And after the lockout was over, they signed a pitcher named Bassett, who is they traded for a pitcher named Bassett, who's going to be another very solid pitcher in the New York Mets rotation.
I mean, with the 1-2 punch that the Mets have with what is it, DeGrom and Scherzer, right?
Right.
I mean, and the rest of the guys that they have, I mean, they have a pretty good damn team, and I think they should be a team to be reckoned with, you know, and they should be making the playoffs, the Mets.
Yes, I mean, well, they have Steve Cohen as the owner, and during the lockout, when they were talking about the luxury tax threshold, the CBT, they added an extra layer of penalties if you go over the luxury tax threshold, and they called it the Steve Cohen tax, because many of the other owners are very afraid of Steve Cohen, who is worth about $14 billion, making a lot of his money on the stock market as a hedge fund guy, and he is the wealthiest owner. So they added an extra layer of penalties if you go over the CBT, and they're calling it the Steve Cohen tax.
Yeah, I mean, he's the new Steinbrenner, man. I mean, the Mets are the new Yankees, man. You know what I mean?
I know. And really, the way we look at it with the Yankees, as of right now, I would give their off season about a C. That could change if they sign Freddie Freeman. But they added Donaldson. I mean, Donaldson is older now, 36 years old. But he had 25 home runs last year. He's still a very good power hitter, and he's got a lot of fire. And with Donaldson, it was John Carlos Stanton and Judge. They've got a lot of home run power right there.
That's true. You know what? And he was saying in the interview that it feels good not to be, you know, the guy every night that they put pressure on to get the big hit. You know, now that he has, you know, Stanton and Judge and all these other guys that can hit a home run at any moment.
Right, and also I believe Josh Donaldson and Garrett Cole had a press conference together and basically did a bro hug, and they're together now. You know, after Josh Donaldson had called out Cole for the sticky stuff, and there was a bit of controversy going on about that, and they have kind of come to reckonings together and are going to be teammates, and they did a little press conference together.
You think when they were talking in the room that Garrett Cole admitted to Donaldson that he used it?
Oh, I don't know.
Because they said they had a conversation, the three of them, the manager, Donald, and Cole, and they had a conversation. So I wonder if he admitted it, because you know, if I'm in the room, I'm gonna be like, Roger, did you use the sticky stuff? Cause come on, man. Like, everybody knows you did. Like, did you use it? And I know he had to say yes or no.
Right. Exactly.
Right. So I'm sure. Now also the manager he also knows what the deal is now between what the whole fight was about, you know.
Right.
So
well, with you and I, if you ask me, you and I are good friends. We don't lie to one another. So, you know, I'm very forthcoming and honest with you.
Yeah, absolutely. So I would imagine they would be too. You know what I mean? So I'm sure he said, yeah, because I want to be like, yo, how'd you do it too? Like, this is crazy, yo. I mean, I never talk about it or bring it to the public, but if they in the room, they got to be like, yo, how'd you do it?
Right. I don't know the whole situation around that, but they have decided that they are going to make up, be friends. They have a little bit of a press conference. And anyway, it's not like Donaldson is going to be his personal catcher or anything. He's going to be the third baseman. So they don't really have to spend a lot of time together anyway.
Yeah, I mean, still, I mean, that messes up the camaraderie of the team. You know what I mean? And you know, it makes it awkward. You know, because if we got problems and then I'm hanging out with Josh Donaldson, but I'm also friends with Garrett Cole, and now we talking about something real funny and I want you to laugh too, but you're gonna feel some type of way because I'm talking to him. You know what I mean? And I'm trying to bring the conversation to you. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know, man. It's gonna. Hopefully, man, they could be like, yo, just forget about it and we just be friends. You know what I mean?
Yes, I think that's what will happen. And as far as Isaiah Kiner-Falefa is concerned, the Yankees really didn't have a solid shortstop for quite a number of years. And Isaiah Kiner-Falefa is a fantastic fielding shortstop. And he is a solid hitter. Kiner-Falefa is a solid hitter. He will hit around 270 or so. He's not a power hitter. He had 271 last year with 8 home runs. So he'll be around a good 270 hitter, getting singles and doubles, and an outstanding fielder, and a good stopgap until they believe Volpe and Oswald Peraza are getting pretty close. So Isaiah Kiner-Falefa could be a good stopgap, and they were really pretty much out on Carlos Correa.
Yeah, I think they wasn't getting Correa because he said that Jeter didn't deserve those Gold Gloves.
Right.
I think that's the real reason why they didn't even try to attempt to go after him. Because how you gonna diss our main player and then we're gonna put you on our team?
Right. Carlos Correa, I mean, with all this talk about him giving a $340 million contract and a 10-year contract, he switched agents and he's not getting any bites on, this $340 million contract. There's talk of him going back to the Astros now on a short-term deal.
Wow, because nobody wants to pay the money, man. And plus he was talking stupid when he was on the team. Remember last spring training?
Right.
Remember last spring training? There was and the spring training before that too. He was talking a lot of stupid stuff about cheating and all that stuff.
Right.
That's probably why people didn't even want him on the team. That's because he brings all that stupidity with him.
Yes. I mean, he's an outstanding shortstop. Francisco Lindor got that huge contract with the Mets, and they expected Carlos Correa to get a similar type of deal of around $340 million. But lately, he's still out there, and there's talk of him maybe taking a short-term deal.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it could happen.
And also I wanted to say I'm very happy that Alfonso is okay too. You were telling me about the terrible car crash he was in.
Yeah, I just showed the article of it, man.
Excuse me.
To go to it again. he was driving to training camp. His wife was following him in a second car, and he got hit in the intersection at a green light. He was at a green light, and a drunk driver hit him passing a red light, which made his truck flip over 3 times. And
wow.
Yeah,
pretty terrible.
Yeah, and then to get out the car, he had to kick out the window and everything. All this is happening right in front of his wife, as she was in the second car behind him. Ain't that something?
Wow, it certainly is. I'm happy he's okay.
Man, I would be traumatized, man.
Right, exactly. And also what happened is Clayton Kershaw has gone back to the Dodgers. He was a free agent. Clayton Kershaw has re-signed with the Dodgers. And a lot of different trades and things are happening. And we'll see where it goes from here. A very exciting time. And I'm looking forward to the Yankees game Friday against the Pirates. And you and I will be together on April 22nd, and we have the Yankees and the Guardians. And then we have the World Trade Center blog coming up on Saturday with you and me and Giselle. And then we have the game Sunday against the Guardians.
Yeah, man, it's going to be fun, man.
Right. So looking forward to seeing you. I know the all seasons can be long. We keep in contact and do the shows. But it'll be good to see you in person again very soon. Yeah,
man. We were just talking about that earlier, man. This is what we do. I mean, we plan our summers around games and stuff like that, man. Because, I mean, all there really is to do around here is to go to the swimming pool or a baseball game.
You seem to be breaking up a little bit, BX. I'm having trouble hearing you.
I hear you perfectly, but I guess it might be on your side.
Right. I'm sorry, but otherwise, a lot of different things going on.
Yeah, man. So I guess we can end the show here.
Okay, sounds good. We did a good catch up and positive show, and everything is looking very good.
Yeah, man. Also, as the last article I just put up, Robinson Cano came back to the Mets, and he apologized to his teammates about taking sports enhancing drugs.
Oh, okay. Well, that's good to hear, and we'll see where he fits in with all of the additions that the Mets have made.
Right, but hold on, right? With the contract, right? They're not testing for sports enhancing drugs anymore, right? In baseball.
Well, they weren't during the lockout, but I don't know if they have resumed.
You have to find out.
Right.
Oh, Bryson's gonna be in section 111. That's a perfect section, man. You're gonna be behind the Yankee dugout.
Going to be there.
Huh?
What day is Bryson going to be there?
I guess no, he hasn't put it up yet, but I guess
okay.
he'll let me know.
Right. I hope to see all our people. I hope to see Yanks, Rangers, Hank, and Section 420 talking Yanks, and Bryson, and all our people.
Yeah. Matter of fact, we got to contact these guys and let them know what games we're gonna be at, so they can buy tickets as well.
Right. Exactly. Sounds good.
You know what I mean? So, shout out to Virgo Smith, Bryson. I'm gonna see you guys. Definitely at the game. So yeah, we're gonna end it here, man. It's been a good show, man.
Yes.
You know, Friday we'll have Yankee game update.
Yes, exactly. We'll have the first spring training game.
Holy cow! We're gonna be talking to you about what happened in the game. So it's gonna be nice. So I guess we'll end it here, and we're gonna say so long, everybody. See ya. Like, share, subscribe. This is gonna be the first inning from now on, and get used to it. So long, everybody.